Okay, so I wanted to make another video, and the next video that we're going to look at is substitution in algebra. So just before we look at the substitution, let's take a quick look at an expression over here, and we'll just remind ourselves of some of the important terminology. So an expression in algebra is something like 3a plus 4b minus 2c. This would be an example of an expression. And within this expression we have 1, 2, 3 terms. So that's a term, that's a term, and that's a term. And within each of these terms, well, here the minus 2 is the constant, because minus 2 can't change. And in this case, c is a variable. Over here, minus 4 would be our constant, and here 3 would be our constant, and our variable there would be a, variable here would be b. So let's take a look at that first term there, 3a. And we know that when we have a 3 right beside an a in algebra, that really means 3 multiplied by a. But we tend to avoid using the multiplication sign in algebra just because we work so much with x's and y's that it gets really confusing if we also have the multiplication sign there. So just recall that if you have something like 4x, that means 4 multiplied by x. If you have something like 4ab, that really means 4 multiplied by a multiplied by b. So having done that quick recap, let's now have a look at how we handle substitution in algebra. So in our example here, we have a is given as 4 and b is given as 2. And we're asked to find the value of. So just note that that's different to being asked to simplify. When you're asked to find the value of something, really they want an answer in integer form. And remember that an integer is a number, a positive or negative number. So when you're asked for the value, you're asked for an answer. So in class, when I showed you how to do these, I said the first thing to do is always to write down your value for a. So a is equal to 4 and b is equal to 2. Then let's take question 2 here and solve this one. Then you write down the question. So we have 6a plus 3b. And then underneath that, so we work down the page, wherever we have a, we substitute in 4. So we say 6, and in place of a, we put in 4, and we put it in a bracket. Okay, then we go to 3, and in place of b, we go to what b, the value of b, which is 2. So we take 2 and we put it in its jacket, or put it in a bracket. And now we know that we have to multiply. So we say 6 multiplied by 4 is 24, plus 3 multiplied by 2 is 6, so that's going to give me 30. Okay, so that's a nice straightforward one. Let's take something with a negative sign. I'm going to take a look at this one here. There's a little bit more going on. We'll sort out this one next. So I'll move a little bit down the page to give myself a bit more space. So here I have 2a minus b plus 4ab. Okay, so I know that a is equal to 4 and b is equal to 2 because I have it written up there. So 2a is the same as 2 times 4 minus b, which is minus 2. I'm just going to put it in its bracket like that, plus 4 times a, which is 4, times b, which is 2. So So 2 multiplied by 4 is 8, minus multiplied by 2 is just minus 2. And then I have plus 4 multiplied by 4, which is 16. 16 multiplied by 2. So 4 by 4 is 16. 16 by 2 is 32. So altogether that's going to give me 32. So I don't need two pluses, I just need one, plus 32. So I have 8 minus 2 plus 32. So 8 minus 2 is 6. And 6 plus 32 is equal to 38. So that's my final answer for that one. So remember, when you are substituting, step 1, write down the values for your A or your B. And then 2, replace the variables, whether they're X's, Y's, A's, B's, replace the variables with their values. And then you can just go ahead and solve them. Solve. And you can use your calculator if you want for that. Calculator is okay. So that's a quick recap on how to do substitution in algebra.